Welcome back, everyone. So, I'm late again, but I promise I was working. I won't bore you with all the details or anything, but let's just say that I was about halfway through a new project when someone, who shall remain nameless, Bob, decided to help and through his incompetence deleted the whole thing. Understandably, I had a somewhat unpleasant reaction. Putting out the fires, clearing the broken furniture, and returning Bob to his natural state took a little bit of time, but finally, here we are to start over again and hopefully get this video out to you fine folks. So without further ado, let's meet this week's guest. Yuck. That is one really annoying intro.
Hi guys, so today's video, as you can tell by the title, is going to be my advice to white people. This is just a list of basically things that white people or any non-black person shouldn't do.
You know what I find amazing about people like you, Amani? The sheer audacity. I mean, imagine the outrage if I made a video called Advice for Black People, where I just stereotyped all of you as the same and gave you a list of shit you can and can't say. That'd be pretty fucking racist of me, wouldn't it? Pretty sure that video would get taken down in record time, too. But here you are doing exactly that with all non-black people, and yet you're supposedly the oppressed one in the room? Okay, sure.
I was really inspired by Dear White People that just came out on Netflix. And if you haven't watched that, I really think that you should.
No thanks. I see quite enough racist shit in the real world. I don't need to watch a fictional show about it too.
And let's get into the video. The first thing that I thought of when I sat down and made this list is so many people, and a good majority of them are white, have come up to me and asked me if all black people wear wigs or wear weaves. Stop asking me if all black people wear weaves or wigs. Like, stop asking me that question because I don't know.
Well, that's an easy one for me. Never asked that in my life. Hell, never even thought to ask that, actually. Are you sure it's white people asking you that, or is it maybe just fucking morons?
Next thing is, stop. This also goes along with the weaves and wigs. Stop assuming that any black individual that wears a weave or a wig is trying to be white. I've heard that so many times, that black people get weaves and wigs because they want to be white and they want to have white people hair.
Huh. Well, that's a new one for me. Never heard that shit before. Personally, I assumed it was because you're women. Lots of women, white, black, or otherwise, are always fucking with their hair because, well, shit, I don't know actually. Don't really care either, if we're being honest.
But a bitch just likes to switch it up. Like, we just like to have something different.
Okay. Seems like an incredible waste of money to me, but whatever. If it isn't the hair, it'd be 10 more pairs of shoes they never wear anyway. Just gotta waste that money on something worthless, I guess.
Stop coming up to me after you've fried yourself in the sun or in a tanning bed or got a spray tan or whatever. Don't come up to me and put your arm next to mine and tell me, oh my gosh, I'm almost as dark as you, because you're not. You're not.
Okay, hold on. Are these supposed to be like common things white people do, or just some random weird things a white person did once at some point in your life? Because I don't know anyone who does that, so I'm betting it's not all that common.
The biggest thing, if you are not black, stop fucking saying nigga.
Okay, I actually don't say that word because, frankly, I've never found a single occasion where it'd be an appropriate word to use. Probably because I put it in the same category as bae, made up nonsensical twaddle. I have no use for such words. But how about this? If you get to decide what words I can or can't say, then I get to decide words you can or can't say. Fair is fair, right? So from now on, stop saying white. We're not white, and you're oppressing us with that word. We're melanin challenged. It's a genetic condition we're born with, and we don't appreciate you ableist white-phobic bigots making a mockery of our disability. You know what? I like that. Let's liven this up a bit, shall we? For every dumbass rule you make up for white people, I'm going to make wild assumptions and a dumbass rule for you too. Not black people, just you. I wouldn't insult black people by assuming they're all like you.
Don't touch my hair if you don't ask.
I'm good with just not touching it at all, actually, so I won't ask. Now, new rule for you. Don't dye your hair bright red unless you're going to run around with a flashing light screaming, woo, woo, like a fire truck.
Stop asking every light-skinned person if they're mixed. Stop doing it. Not every light-skinned person is mixed.
I don't, because I don't care. For you, stop asking white people about pumpkin spice lattes. We don't all drink that disgusting shit.
Bro, this happened to me so much in elementary and middle school because I was either the only black person or one of the only black people in the class. So whenever we talk about like Black History Month or like anything that has to do with the black experience, everybody in the class looked at me to answer the question or looked at me to talk about it. Stop looking at me to speak for all black people, because I don't.
You know why they looked at you? Because white people keep being told we're not allowed to discuss black stuff. Black community leaders, and I use that term loosely here because I do not believe these so-called leaders actually speak for the black community at all, but these black leaders keep telling white people to shut up. We're not black. So we don't know shit about black history or the black community or blackness or whatever other term they decide to throw out there to lump you all into the same boat. You just said you were the only or one of the only black kids in the room. So you're the only one allowed to talk about that shit. The white kids have been guilted into silence. Wasn't that the goal? Now you're pissed off because it worked? For me personally, as I already mentioned, I do not think you speak for all black people. Most of the black people I know would laugh their asses off at your video. Oh, right. Almost forgot your new rule. Let's stay in the same vein as your point. Stop assuming one white person represents all white people. When a moron compares his or her tan to your skin color, he or she is an idiot. We don't all do that.
So many white people do this all the time. And I mean, some of y'all are woke as fuck. Shout out to y'all. But some of y'all are still asleep. This country is just full of institutionalized racism.
Show it to me. Point it out. Where is this institution? Show me the law that says black people are not equal to whites. Show me the school that will not admit black people. Show me the political position that black people cannot hold. Show me this institution, and I will happily join you in tearing it down. Racism still exists, and it probably always will, because you can't control people's brains. But it is not institutional anymore. We already fixed that shit decades ago. There are no laws, there are no places, there are no positions that black people are barred from anymore. Stop saying it's institutional. It isn't. At least not in America anyway.
And it's so bad that some of y'all don't even realize that you're being racist. And then get offended when somebody tells you that you're being racist.
Pot, kettle. Of course, you folks have conveniently changed the definition of racism to exclude yourselves.
So many people try to negate the whole Black Lives Matter movement by saying all lives matter. But here's the thing. If all lives mattered, then there wouldn't be a Black Lives Matter movement.
Exactly. So the question is, why is it Black Lives Matter and not All Lives Matter?
Do you see what I'm saying? If all lives matter, if all people were created equal, we wouldn't have this fucking issue. Everyone wants to say that all lives matter, but it's obvious that they don't. Because black men, women, and children are still being shot in the streets by police officers while they get off with a slap on the wrist.
Uh-huh. So the fact that twice as many whites were killed by cops is a slap on the wrist, I guess. Whoops! Inconvenient facts.
My best friend's calling me. Hey. I'm recording.
What the fuck, woman? I know from all the jump cuts that you know how to edit a video. If you're going to take a phone call in the middle of recording, either stop recording or cut that shit out later. We don't need to see you talking on the damn phone. Get back to the fucking point already.
Ugh, here we go. This also has to do with police. Stop trying to negate a person's reasonable fear of the police.
Right. Stop trying to educate people out of their irrational fears. Got it. Your new rule? Stop committing crimes. Oh wait, what's that? You're not? Well, then there's nothing to fear from the police, is there?
Any person of color has a valid reason to fear the police. You may not, because you're white and they don't come after you like they come after us. But guess what? When you see people of your skin color constantly being gunned down and brutally beaten by police, the natural reaction is for you to be scared whenever you see a police officer.
Oh, I didn't know that's how this works. So if someone of your skin color gets shot by the police, then you should be scared of the police. Let's see. Dylan Noble. James Bushy. Dylan Taylor.
Get him out!
Shit! Sorry to all my white viewers, but evidently you have to be afraid of the cops now, because those were all white guys.
I can be doing nothing wrong. I can be driving the speed limit. I could have my seatbelt on. I could be doing everything right. And if I see a police officer, I still get scared.
And I still get scared when I see a damn cicada. Lots of people fear things that are no threat to them. It's called an irrational fear for a reason. It's not rational. But yet again, we're off topic here, so I'm going to skip ahead till you get back to the fucking point.
If you start off your sentence with, I'm not trying to be racist, but whatever you're about to say is about to be racist as fuck, so you just might as well just shut your mouth. Just shut your mouth. Just don't say it. Because if you have to start off your sentence, well, I'm not trying to sound racist, or I'm not racist, but... No.
Uh-huh. So, I'm not allowed to clarify because I know you're an overly sensitive snowflake who's going to misinterpret what I say as a racist comment. Okay. Sure, I'll live with that. Your new rule? Every time you open your mouth to speak, just shut it. What you're about to say is some racist shit, so just shut it and don't speak at all anymore. Okay, since you can't talk anymore, I guess I'm done with you. For anyone interested, she does go on to make some more really stupid statements. Link is in the description if you want to hear the rest, but like the bulk of this video, it's not really advice for white people. I guess somewhere between recording herself talking on the phone and her factually incorrect ranting, she forgot what the fucking point of her own video was supposed to be. Oh well, it's not like I was going to take any of her racist advice anyway. That's it for this time, folks. Next week's video is going to be something a little special, so make sure you tune in to see it. And I'll see you all next time.